Good afternoon, doctor. My name is Wong Sini and my metric number is 298790. Today, I'm gonna present my corporate governance individual assignment, which title is Performance and its Determinants, a case study on Amdocs Israel Berhad. First, let's have a look at Amdocs background. Amdocs is a multinational telecommunication technology company which specifically provides software and service for communication and media company in Israel. As you can see, the timeline at right hand side is showing the evolutions of Amdocs, and the below there, and here's some other additions which are not mentioned or included inside the timeline. Amdocs has faced significant challenges, including financial misrepresentation allegation in 2021, the corporate governance violations, and operational risks affecting its return of equity, which is ROE, and these controversies highlighted the weakness in financial transparency and inertial control. Next, let's move to hypothesis development. The study hypothesizes that both internal and external factors have significant influence to MDOT performance, which is ROE. Here's the research objective and questions, which are first to identify internal factors impacting MDOT performance. Second is to identify external factor affecting MDOT performance. And the last is to analyze how the internal and external factor together influence to MDOT's performance, which is ROE. And the questions and the research question are same as the research objective. Next, we are moving to the topic derivations. Company performance is often linked to the profitability metric like ROE. This study emphasized a financial ratio, including current ratio, operational margin, and debt to income ratio as critical indicators. The example previous study used here is Modigliani and Miller study in 1958, which are underlined the importance of balancing this factor for consistent growth. There have 13 factors included in this study, which are ROA, current ratio, average collection period, debt to income, operation ratio, operation margin, CG index, interest rate, inflation rate, exchange rate, and employment rate, GDP growth rate, and industrial production rate. The researcher, which is me, used the data from Amdocs annual report during 2013 until 2023 as 11 years, and the analysis technique that I use is ordinary least square regression via IBM SPSS version 29. And model development, I classify it into three classes, which is model 1 as internal factor, model 2 as external factor, and the last model 3 combine the internal and the external factors. Here's the most important part in during the presentation, which is finding and analysis. According to the descriptive statistic, the average ROE is 13.55% with a low volatility, which having a standard deviation equal to 0.0232. The current ratio is stable at the 165 percentage of liquidity. Operational margin is 14% efficiency with the minimal fluctuation. According to the correlations table, we can Know that the significant factors that influencing the MDOT performance, which is ROE, are ROA, operational ratio, operation margin, GDP growth rate, and exchange rate, while the not significant factor that influencing ROE is debt to income only. The ANOVA table above showing that model 3 is significant since the p-value is smaller than 0.01, which is confirming the reliability. And the model summary table that below ANOVA showing that adjust R square for model 3 is 99.6%, indicating strong explanatory power. This coefficient table showing that interest rate is significant impact to ROE since its p-value is smaller than 0.05, emphasizing cost control as crucial for profitability. Finally, we move to conclusion. 5 of the 13 independent variables, which are ROA, average collection period, operational ratio, operational margin, exchange rate, and GDP growth rate, they are significant to ROE as shown in the correlations table. Comparatively, the coefficient tables show only reveal that operational margin and the interest rate as being significant to ROE from among the internal as well as external factors. In trend, the operational margin appears as the greatest drive of performance in Amdocs ROE when cross-examined with the correlation table and coefficient table. Here's some recommendation to Amdocs after examining this assignment study. I have 4 recommendations to Amdocs, which the first one is improve transparency. Amdocs can establish as internal whistleblower system to enhance accountability and reduce operational risks. The second is separate roles, which Amdocs should and must avoid dual leadership role to ensure independent decision making to avoid the conflict of interest. The third one is strengthen the risk management. Amdocs should form dedicated committee to oversee the governments and mitigate financial risks. And the last but not least, enhance reporting practice. Amdocs should be adopt international standard for financial disclosure to rebuild investor trust. That's all from me. Thank you for your listening.